Hello there, YouTube. Right, so for this video, I'm really tired. Sorry, I really crap sleep last night. Anyway, basically, I've had a couple of messages prior when I did the tattoo video. A couple of private messages through to my YouTube. Was it? No, three. Sorry, three. Basically, people wanted to know. They've seen my tattoos, obviously, and I've had various things from people wanted a video to show what tattoos I've got, which I'm happy to do. It's what I'm going to do here. But more importantly, I've had people asking me, you know, when I explained that they all mean something to me, to emphasise on that, and I thought this would be a good opportunity, and I also thought it would make a good video, and possibly, you know, it might give some people some inspiration if you're looking to get tattoos. You know, from there, but yeah, anyway, I'm going to go through all my tattoos I've got. They're not the greatest in the world, but I'm happy with them. I can't really complain about them too much because I didn't pay for one of them. My ex-partner was a tattooist, or apprentice tattooist, and she did them all for me when I was with her. So all this ink on me I haven't paid a penny for, so I can't complain, and I'm very grateful. Despite not talking to her anymore, I'm very grateful that she did them. And you know, moving on from that, because I'll now get on to the actual point. So lots of them aren't finished because they were halfway through being done when we broke up, so I've still got to get them finished. And as you guys who know, lots of tattooists won't carry on other people's work. So, for example, this one here, I needed to get finished, and I had a lot of my Zelda one. I got quoted a stupid amount of money to have it completely recovered with a whole new cover up, and you know, that's not what I want to do. I want that. I chose this tattoo because I want it. It doesn't really. I don't really give a fuck who did it. It's not got any. The fact that my ex did it doesn't mean to me that you know, I don't have none of my tattoos remind me of anything like that. They're all individual things to me, and I chose them. I wanted them, and pretty much all of them, apart from those, I suppose you could say are like copy ones, but every other one is a unique tattoo designed how I wanted it. You know, like they're based on other things or based on tattoos which are out there, but I've had them twisted around so that they're, you know, modified slightly so that, you know, as far as I'm aware, nobody else in the world's going to have that, etc. But anyway, getting on with it. So my first one I ever had was this one here. So I literally just had the Triforce. I didn't have any of this, and it didn't take very long. So there we go. So I literally just had this Triforce here, and then from there I got the bug, and I went and had this one, which is my memorial tattoo for my brother. He was a big fan of Disney, particularly Tigger, and he also was a great fan of football. So I had this drawn up, which was Tigger kicking a football, and Tigger saying is there's only one Tigger. So I had that done in the Disney font, which hopefully is not backwards, because to me it's backwards, but I think it reflects it when it comes back. But as you see, the colours have started to fade, so I don't think they actually went in properly. But the actual Tigger I'm extremely happy with. He's come out far better than I thought he would. And he sort of goes on there, and then I've had rest in peace over the top of him. So that was my second tattoo. I basically had that one done so I can see if I like how it feels, because I was a bit of a pansy. But I managed to sit through that, so I had that done, and then I had that done, obviously. And then from there, I wanted... Was it those ones? I wanted to, yeah, it was those ones. So all of these ones here again, and they haven't really taken very well because of the shades. I wanted them in sort of pastel colours, so they are more vivid on my skin than what they're showing up on the camera. I don't know if I get a bit closer, not really. But yeah, basically these ones are all star signs for my family. So I've got, I may well get this wrong. I've got Cancer, which was my brother's star sign. That I believe is Leo, which is my star sign. And then I've got that one, which I think is the Pisces one, which was my dad. And the final one is my mum, which is Capricorn, which is the round here, which was quite sore. And then from there, I had my big Zelda one done, which was 2 sittings, which is, again, isn't finished, but it's, now, this bit you may recognise because this bit's quite commonly used, but I had the Triforce added the roses are made bigger, and then I'm planning on having waves here, which are going to run down my arm and sort of dribble down here with like possibly like a water temple symbol or something water temple related or something water related in the world of Zelda. I'm going to be having this coloured, so it's going to be a purpley fairy. Obviously that's going to need to be redone, so I'm having all that, the Majora's Mask done. I'm going to have the Triforce coloured in, but I'm going to leave the roses grey, and then obviously that bit. From there, I then had the addition onto this one. So I had the Hylian crest. I've had what's that one? That's one of them's the fire god, which is that one, and that one's the Faru and Din, and it's going to be Naru on my I'm going to have a Naru put right there. So that they're the three guardians of the Triforce, as it were. If anyone who's played Ocarina of Time, when they all shoot off into the air to make the Triforce or whatever it is they do, that's basically to represent that. And then I've got a Eye of Truth here to represent, you know, kind of, to me it represents that, you know, just because everyone can lie in a way. Much like the Eye of Truth in the game can reveal what looks like a solid wall to be not there and can be to be fake. I like to think that that kind of, to me, means that, you know, anyone can be fake. Don't necessarily trust someone just because they say something. So yeah, but that's my kind of intake on it. But you can take what you like on it. And the same with the flow of time. Flow of time is always cruel. My intake on that, how I you know, how I see that is, you know, the ultimate thing that everybody ultimately fears is death in my eyes. This is how I think, and flow of time will always go on. So you're never going to escape it. You're going to die one day. So it's quite morbid, but so, you know, it's basically like live for it while you're here, because the flow of time is always cruel. It's never going to, you know, you're always going to have to go through death, and you're always going to, like, horrible things. You're going to see people die and lose people in your life. So there's always going to be horrible things happening in your life. And if you didn't have that, then you wouldn't be a stronger person. So, you know, yeah, anyway, you know, that's what I mean. And then I had this one done, which was because I kind of decided that I was going to use this arm for Zelda related things or gaming or something which means a lot to me. Zelda's a big part of my life. I love the games and I'm really obsessed with them, so I had to have something like that. And then that arm is kind of become my family arm, my really important arm, which kind of was, you know, I didn't plan it like that, but I'm actually right-handed, so that arm is a lot more important to me. You know, if God forbid I had to have an arm amputated, I'd much rather have this one because I could still do stuff with this. So they're the more important arms, got the more important things on, so it kind of balanced. You know, it worked out alright because I didn't actually plan it like that. But anyway, so that was that one which I had done, and again that's not finished. That needs to be coloured, and the birds are going to be all blue and pretty and lovely, and I'm going to have it all colourful and bright colours. And my final one was this one here, which I don't know if you can actually see because it's quite dull. This is actually a paw print from my dog, so from Scooby. It's actually his footprint. I pressed him into ink, got a template of it, and then had the tattoo made from that. So we traced around the outline of his actual paw from the print, and then we had that done. And yeah, so that's that. So obviously that means a lot to me because it's my dog, and even when he's passed away and died, I'm always going to have him with me, as it were. I can't explain how much he's helped me get through stuff. He's been an amazing little dog. I easily owe my life to him many times when I've had my depression bad. So, you know, that's a really important thing to me. So yeah, so hopefully you guys found that useful. In terms of, or helpful, or enjoyed it, or whatever the word is. You're not going to find it useful, but you know what I mean. But, you know, in terms of what tattoos I've got planned, I definitely want to get something Nightmare Before Christmas related. Jack Skellington and the Oogie Boogie Man somewhere. I did plan on having a big chest piece done of it, but I'm kind of not sure about a chest piece now. You know, I'm thinking ahead of whether I'll regret it later in life, whereas these ones, you know, they're more, I suppose they're more socially acceptable to have your arms tattooed than have anywhere else. That kind of thing comes back on me, and I'm thinking, you know, later in life, would I regret it? So it's one thing you've got to think about when you have tattoos done. Don't go into it lightly, because you've got it forever. With the obviously exception of laser, which I'd never have done because I'm a complete pansy. But I know people who've had laser done and they've said it hurts like hell, and said it feels like hot chip fat being put on your skin. So, but for hours you're going to have that done, so it's literally going to be like torture. So really, really think about it before you go and get something done. Don't get anything done when you're drunk or you've been drinking. Not only because it's stupid, but I've done it and it hurts a hell of a lot more. You bleed a lot more. I had to have this done in 2 sections because I had this section done. I'd been drinking the previous night and I was still a bit hungover, and then the first thing in the morning I had a tattoo done, and I had to stop here, and then I had to have this bit added on afterwards. So it's been done very well, so you don't notice it, but yeah, that really, that's like a really easy place to tattoo. It doesn't hurt, but it actually hurts like hell when you've had a drink, and it bleeds like a bitch. So yeah, don't have anything to drink and no alcohol, and you know, just ask your tattooist for some advice. If it's your first tattoo, go in and see lots of. Don't just go for the first one. Shop around and try to see different tattooists. You know, see examples of their work. Make sure their work's got, you know, you got, if possible, get like feedback from people who have been there. So that's a lot of, with mine. I've asked people, like a lot of my friends who've got tattoos, and I've asked them, you know, where's a good place to go, etc. And I've, you know, nothing's going to give you better advice than someone who's actually been there and done it. So the 3 things I'd really suggest if you're thinking about getting a tattoo is, first of all, have a look around. Don't just go to the first tattooists. And most certainly don't go on eBay and buy a kit and do it yourself, because that's just asking for trouble. You're going to be full of infection, and it's just, no, don't do that. Get it done professionally. Pay them. It may cost a lot of money, but trust me, it's worth it. Secondly, really think about what you want done, because you'll have it on you forever. You can't just take it off like you know, it's not like a shirt. You can't just take it off and change it the next day. They can cause you a lot of issues in life with, as I was saying before, with like jobs, etc., because people will judge you. But you shouldn't let that. If you want it, get it. But just be careful on what you have done. You know, don't go and be one of these stupid prats who gets like fuck off across their knuckles or things like that, which are clearly going to interfere with you getting a job or interfere with like social situations. You couldn't exactly wear a suit and go to a wedding with the words "fuck off" on your knuckles and then hand over a ring to the bride to be or whatever. It's just going to look shit on photos, and it's just not very nice. And just really think about what you have done. But anyway, that's all my opinions on that sort of thing. The final thing I can suggest with it really is, you know, just have fun with it. You know, if it's once you've got it, show it off. Don't hide away anything. And just think about what you're getting done. Get something that means something to you, something that's individual. I can't stand people who just get something out of a flash book because it's cool or popular. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to end it here because I can't think what else to say, but hopefully you found that a bit interesting, and I shall get you lots more videos out because I've got a lot more spare time now, so I'll be able to get you more videos out, and hopefully you'll find that fun and rambling. Anyway, been the Flavour Mango. Thanks for watching, guys. It means a lot for all your support. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, wherever it is, and pop a like on the video. Yeah, thanks for watching.